you gotta take a lot of crap to be there. It might be worth that crap to get that end product out of that child, because at the end of the day, you know, we living in a time where everybody openly killing our children.
Yeah,
you know, the boyfriends killing them, the girlfriends killing them, the police killing them, the doctors killing them, the damn government stealing them. Yeah. So if we don't do something, you know, to win our to control our family unit again, man, we gonna be erased.
Yeah. For real.
So,
for real.
You know, and the truth of the matter is, I really believe that as men, I don't believe that a woman can change this. And it's not that I don't think that women are powerful or empowered. It's just that I believe that as the leader, the man is the leader. The man is the ordained leader. So why would you even expect for correction to come from somewhere other than just us?
But still, eventually, a woman has to you can only be an example and say what you're not gonna stand for and what you require. But at the end of the day, a woman has to make the decision of if she gonna heed to that.
Because in a sense, the law is on their side, regardless. Like,
regardless,
the majority of the time,
I agree.
The law is on the law side.
The law is on the side.
I am living proof that
the law is on the law
that
side.
Dynamic that the government is on the mother side. I'm living proof that is not a fact. It's not a fact. A lot of situations that involve children and a situation where there's a 2-parent home, they are actually going into the whole 50-50 thing, which results in co-parenting.
Yeah, I've seen instances where it's like
that's
that
like
as well.
a big
They pushing
thing
it.
now.
The courts are pushing it.
Yeah,
The courts are pushing it.
That might be something new, but I'm just saying the situation. I can't.
Well, I understand what you're saying. I can relate to what you're saying.
From my circumstance.
I think
from the
that
fact of dealing with egos, dealing with immaturity at a young age, having a child young when you're still a kid yourself and you don't know how to deal with these type of things. You don't even know how to communicate with each other.
It depends on your drive as a parent, and it depends on your persistence, because you got a lot of guys out there, because of the type of female they're dealing with, they're gonna fall back when it get too hot between the whole co-parenting thing. But then you got some guys that's gonna go toe to toe with these women.
True.
And I'm dealing with one.
Yeah.
So and I think where the difficulty comes in is with the whole co-parenting thing is there's with me and with my situation anyway, it's the way that he was raised and the way that I was raised. He was raised in a situation where his daddy was not there all the time. So he was solely raised.
He was drug up. He wasn't raised
up.
He was drug up.
He was raised by his mama, so his whole entire life he was coddled, and while his sister was the one who was actually being parented. Yeah. So I was basically dealing with a big old child.
Yeah, and
I still am.
I could understand.
Don't call that man out like that. Don't nobody know who he is. I'm just saying, I still am. I'm dealing with a big child.
I've seen situations like that to where it works. Like I have a close friend. He's going through the same similar type of situation, but I think the son, the mother probably thought that once she applied pressure that he was going to kind of fall back and just like you do what you do, and he went more than toe to toe. He went all the way there, and she just kind of was just and he has like a few children, so like he understands, he knows the whole process, so.
And I try to talk to a lot of guys about that, because a lot of guys, when those females do apply that pressure, they want to fall back, and I'm like, no, there's a lot of
What type of pressure are you referring to, though?
Just basically being the one that's setting the dynamics of how the parenting is going to go.
What's going to happen?
Yes.
What's going to happen? Where it's going to happen?
How much time you're going to be spending with your child when you see your child. And a lot of guys, they fall back from that. Like, okay, it's whatever. I don't even want to deal with this. I don't want to smoke with you. None of that.
But then the question becomes, who is willing to actually listen? Some of these women just enforce. Some people just enforce.
And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of steps that guys can take to move past that.
Something that I noticed is this. A lot of times with our people, when you have the woman that is not working, she's got multiple children. She's got multiple children from different men. She is not. She's not in a specific career, or she's trying to get into a career. She hasn't achieved that yet. I find that the courts lean a lot toward that woman. The court system leans a lot toward that woman. However, when you have a situation when there's a man that is very persistent and he's gotten legal counsel and he's pursuing the legal avenues to try to establish and assert himself as a father, the court then turns and leans towards that 50-50 mechanism.
See, and I agree with you, but the thing is, ignorance plays a big part. So, because most of these dudes are young, they have no idea
how to handle it.
Yeah.
They just know legal counsel. When I get in trouble with the law,
that's pretty much the only time they doing legal counsel. Yeah,
obtaining an attorney in regards to when it comes to your child support case. They say, "Oh man," or how to handle that situation because they're just ignorant to the fact. Nobody taught them the process.
I feel that's a personal responsibility thing. Exactly.
How you put personal responsibility on kids?
This is my thing, though.
You're literally kids.
I'm very like anti-victimization. Like, I feel like there are a lot of things that are used to oppress us, but at this point, instead of giving people the power in identifying the blame, the only thing you can do is rectify the situation. Yeah. You know that you don't know shit about getting representation or having a solicitor. What is it that you can do about that? Because if you keep shying around the idea or keep dwelling on the fact that, man, this girl done went and got a lawyer, I don't know nothing about this. This man gets all these big words.
Let me tell you something.
And
right
not
now.
only that, though, when you're hit with an order, they tell you that you're allowed by law. You're allowed representation.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. When you mention police, judge, and court, the average black American under the age of 30 immediately comes to the point of shaking their boots.
I understand that, Daddy, but
no, you don't.
Yes,
no, you don't.
I'm not saying I know. I'm saying that I identify that is the norm. But what I'm telling you is there's only so much you can do out of fear. Just like you was telling me, we can't dwell on the fear about it. You know that this is a challenge that you're going to have to face. Either you going to do something about it or you going to fold and let them people do whatever they want to with your child. But you know what? Speaking from experience, sometimes you need a push from quite a few people. Because I know when I was hit with what I was hit with, I had to talk to everybody. I remember calling you for weeks, crying my eyes out because I didn't know how to deal with the situation. All I know is that this boy done did this paperwork and I ain't got no lawyer. He got a lawyer. I don't know nothing about the whole court situation, the process. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't even know that I had a certain amount of days to reply. Yeah. And I ended up, my case ended up going into default. So when I did talk to an attorney, he basically told me that there was a possibility that I could lose my son. So that was another thing that I had to deal with. So,
well, I think the biggest thing is, though, like the brother here was saying, when you start talking about young men, and see, I think what happens is people don't understand that even though black women get killed by police, there's a huge difference between the expectation between a young black man in law and a young black woman in law. Because in most cases, when you start talking about legal matters, typically when the young black woman is engaging the government on any level, if she's trying to excel, she's pretty much exhibited behavior that, hey, I'm willing to conform. Right. And they're going to reward that because by them rewarding that, they're able to drive a larger wedge in between her and the young black male.
And a young black male, yeah.
So the young black male on the other hand, is operating on a level of fear that is not even comprehensible in comparison to where the female is. That's why you see so many young black females graduating from college. That's the reason why. You know, they all through the school system are rewarded. Hey, you get good grades, we're going to promote you. We're going to promote you. Right. Man, when the young black guy is getting good grades, if he's not behaving, he not only has to get good grades, he has to behave a certain way.
Gotta fly right.
If he does not behave a certain way, they don't care how good your grades are. Right. You gonna get nothing but punishment. You know, you go into the school, you can have straight A's. You get into a disciplinary problem 3 times and see what happened to you.
They're going to get you out of there.
You on the dean's list, on the other dean's list, not the one that they post out there in the front of the school. You're the one that they put in the black book. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. So it starts even in school, you know, the alienation of the young guy, which puts us in a situation where we begin to act even more bizarre. So when they're engaging a woman and the pregnancy comes about and now they're starting to fear child support and all these things, they just gonna run. They're gonna run.
And most of the time the woman don't even know the process like that. They hear like, this is what you should do.
I can agree.
I find that
I had this, I'm pregnant. Hey, what should I do? Oh, girl, you should put him on child support.
Put him on child support.
You know what I'm saying? You should do that. That way something is set in stone.
I think it should be something to where it's a last resort type of thing. Like if it's like you're a single mother and you absolutely cannot get no type of cooperation from your son's father or your child's father by any means, then it should be like, okay, then we have to resort to this. But I think like these days it's not being there. It's just like it's on maybe just
third party in your business.
In your business, yeah.
Like if you
a third party that wants to destroy
that
you
wants
anyway.
to destroy, yeah.
Who's going to profit off of your misery?
Absolutely.
That's simply
profit
all
a lot of money because it's not cheap.
There's a fee. There is a fee.
They're gonna get paid. Mm-hmm. They're gonna get paid.
Absolutely.
So yes, you're gonna get your money, but yes, they're gonna get theirs.
They're gonna get theirs too. Yeah.
So
and they're gonna get theirs first.
Exactly.
Off
the top.
Isn't that crazy?
You're not
this
walking.
money is supposed to be for the child, but you know what? We got to get ours first.
Yeah. It's almost selfish in a way.
And it's set up to where why I say it's biased. It's set up to it's like, what do you need? We can try to provide it for you. You don't even have to worry about the verification. We'll make him pay for it. You need cash advance? We got you. Forget it. We attack it on his little back end.
Yeah.
You just not putting him on child support? How old is he? 10? That's
let's go back. Let's go back.
All of that. It doesn't matter. You want all that back? We can come get that for you. You don't cooperate within the system. Say, all right, I had a situation. I transferred jobs, so I have my automatically debit.
You got a gap. You got a gap basically.
So between that gap, you send me paperwork saying, hey, you don't make this payment. I'm taking your driver's license. You take away my driver's license, I can't get work. You take away my work, the child don't get no money.
Yeah.
So
it don't work out.
Whole thing doesn't actually support your child.
And like I'm not on any of that or anything like that, but I'm surrounded by a lot of like black guys who are on it. So what I feel like it's kind of like I could understand it to a degree.
It's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword, definitely.
And it can be taken advantage of. It's like the law of unintended consequences.
But see, the ones I'm around, they trying to do extra on top of what they already get.
But it's really not even necessary.
It's not.
It's not.
It's really not even necessary.
Okay, so what do you say in situations where dads are just not taking care of their kids? Is it not necessary in that case?
It's really not.
So you're saying that it's okay for a mother to take on the role of being like a sole provider for a child and not getting any kind of help from the dad?
What I'm saying is that child support is not necessary. I don't agree with that. I know you don't. I know too many black women that have functioned and cared for children without child support.
I know too many black women that don't.
Well, it's like this. First of all,
Ooh, that's a tough subject.
It is a very tough subject.
If you have a child, then, you should